Hey y'all, hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Come on in, come on in. I did have a meeting at 10, which got changed to Monday. So I have some time to spend with you guys. Welcome to Coffee with Friends. Yes. Let me see something. Why is my. Yes, there we go. Welcome to Coffee with Friends. Welcome to Coffee. Hey, Hillbilly. Yes, I agree with you. Hopefully, we are warming up for good. But let me not forget to play our intro song to remind you that it's going to be a good day.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise in the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you.
Hey.
Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be.
What?
Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Hey, good morning, Stacy.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take.
Hey,
I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Good morning, Shirley.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Yes.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Freestyle Friday, y'all.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. But you always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison the ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap
All the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Hey,
so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken. I got patience.
Safe travels, bro.
It's how you operate again. It's
Afloat,
you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it.
What?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day no matter the trials and tribulations of life, right? Because we woke up. And that is the first blessing that I was able to open my eyes. I was able to swing my feet over to the side of the bed, and I was able to stretch, and I had a voice. So, I mean, what better blessing is there than that? All right. Now, the rest of the day is up to me, right? Okay. How I navigate through life, even when trials and tribulations are upon us, is important. All right. And I always manage my trials and tribulations with the strength of the things that I have overcome in the past. And so I wake up with joy. I wake up with music. I wake up with a smile. I wake up with peace, and I wake up with love and appreciation for all of that. Right. And so I hope the same for you. I do. Happy Freestyle Friday. All right. We are in March. March is the month of awareness. And damn it, I feel like it's been 12 months already. It's crazy. So did y'all hear that head cold is clearing up. Did y'all hear that the SpaceX ship that was out in space exploded? This is the second one this year I'm hearing. It's amazing how we're funneling through all this federal money and finding all this bullshit money being spent on these bullshit things, right? So they say, right? I have not seen any valid proof of that. But so they say, but yet they continue to spend billions and trillions of dollars floating around in space looking for ET. Like, I don't understand. Now, I do understand going up there, um, you know, maintaining the satellites and stuff like that, but just willy nilly just being in space doing what? Like, we've been traveling in space for so many years trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in space, looking for ET, the Predator, Aliens Part 3. I don't know what the fuck we looking for, but that's a place where they need to stop spending all this damn money. Good morning, Michael. I just don't understand it. When you're small, you dress up as these characters and you be like, I want to be an astronaut, until you find out you blowing up in space somewhere. There's no surviving that. Why the fuck are we up there? Like, we always trying to beat Russia and China to the punch to see what the fuck is on the moon. We ain't found shit yet. Why are we spending this money? The other thing that I learned is that, one of the questions that I have been asking myself, and it has come up in conversations with other people. Why, this whole boycotting of Target, right? And people are like, oh, why are you not boycotting Amazon? Or why are you not boycotting Facebook or Metaverse or all these other companies, right? Why are you only picking on Target? And so I came across a podcast that educated me as to why Target is first on the list. And they used an African proverb, which I hope I get right? It says, how do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time. So their approach, based on this podcast and this Black gentleman that was speaking, is that's how they are attacking this boycott. Yes, they realize that Amazon, Facebook, and everything else under Metaverse, Twitter, and all that other stuff needs to be boycotted as well. But the reason why they picked Target, which I found was very interesting, is prior to DEI being implemented about 5 years ago, Target had agreed and signed a contract to invest $2 billion, $2+ billion in Black businesses. Okay. And so what ultimately happened, this was prior to DEI being implemented. Target committed to investing 2 point something billion dollars towards Black businesses. What this gentleman indicated was that when they removed DEI, right, they also removed that prior agreement to invest in Black companies. And so that's why they're going so hard on Target, because it's bigger than DEI in Target's case, right? Target's, reneged on an original agreement that was made prior to DEI. And so that's why a lot of people are upset with Target. And it shows, right? It shows in Target's stocks. It shows, it just shows that Target is being impacted. Now, Target supposedly made a statement that they don't need our money. Good morning, Valerie. They don't need our money. And so you got to keep these things in mind. They don't need your money. Now, I haven't been in Target for months, but that was way before the DEI thing happened. I just hate to go to the Target because it's always crowded and it's always just annoying for me. And their prices have been not so nice. Like, Target used to be the place where you go and you get stuff for a decent price. Target's prices have, peaked a little bit. So before I would go to Target, I would go to Walmart. But I barely go there either, because our Walmart is ghetto in a sense that, you try to go get fucking deodorant and the shit is locked up. You got to hit a button. You got to walk around the store. You got to ask people where shit is, because motherfuckers are stealing. And so I avoid going to these stores most times. My favorite store used to be Harmon's, and they closed the one that was near me. That's where I used to go and get all my toiletries and stuff like that. But now it's like, you know, I get my deodorant from CVS. Costco doesn't have my deodorant in this particular Costco, but I'm gonna start going to like Costco and BJ's and looking for my deodorant since I use a lot of it. But I don't miss going to Target. And again, I'm not going because I'm boycotting. I just haven't been there months before this all started. And being that all of this is happening, I don't have a reason to go. But I do want to just do a swing by. I do want to do a drive by just to see who the fuck is in there. Like I see people posting videos where Target and Walmart is empty, right? And so I'm just curious. We have two Targets by me. I'm just curious to see who's in there. So I think one day I'm gonna do a drive-by in Target and just go in there with my phone and just walk around and see what's happening in Target. Okay, just because. Okay, because I'm nosy. All right. So if y'all see me in Target, it's because I'm being nosy. But good morning. We are up there because we are greedy instead of grateful shit. We can't even take care of the earth. Now I want to fuck up another planet. That's what I'm saying. And spending billions of dollars to do that. Right? Like, Elon Musk is going through all these federal funding things and whacking shit out the park, but yet you blowing up ships in space, wasting money. You know, it's so crazy. I also saw a post. I don't know how true it is, but Trump seems to be backpedaling, supposedly, based on the post. I didn't fact check it. Seems to be backpedaling on the tariffs for Canada and Mexico. Canada is basically saying, fuck you, United States, not the people, because Canada has expressed love for the citizens of the United States. But because of our leader, Jack Daniels has been removed off the shelves in the liquor stores in Canada. And I see the comments, right? People are like, oh, that's stupid because they already paid for it. Y'all don't know how business works? All that liquor sitting on the shelf is not paid for. Okay? The company, the distributor, the manufacturer that they get the liquor from gives it to them on consignment. And they make money based on the sales in the store. Every time you scan the SKU, there's a sale noted. And the Jack Daniels company gets the money based on the sale or the manufacturer, whoever distributed to them. If they remove the product from the shelf and they put it in the back, guess what? None of the SKUs are going to get scanned for sales. So this way, the company, the distributor, the manufacturer does not make money. So people, educate yourselves. Just because the liquor is on the shelf, these companies did not buy it. The same way I learned that when you go to Home Depot and Lowe's and you see the plant section and you go to get these plants, Home Depot and Lowe's don't own those plants. Those are third-party companies, okay, that own those plants. They come and they deliver these plants. And as they are sold, they make money from them, and they come and they pick up the plants that are dying or end of life or what the fuck ever. And so just learn your business, okay? And so what Canada did was, based on what I saw on social media, is they are restocking the shelves with Jamaican rum instead of Jack Daniels. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them, okay? Mexico is basically playing hardball as well. So it seems that Trump is backpedaling a little bit with the tariffs and stuff like that. He needs to rethink this. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all, and you might throw some stones at me, right? But I don't necessarily disagree with tariffs, right? If it's going to save us from IRS, because I don't like the IRS, right? If it's going to save us from the IRS, but what I think should happen, and I'm not politically savvy, that's not my degree background. But what I think should have happened is I think a mature conversation with the presidents of these countries, if Trump would have sat down with the president of Mexico and the president of Canada and came up with something, because other countries do charge us tariff, right, in some cases. And so I think if a mature conversation would have happened, they could have come to some kind of agreement. But the way Trump navigated is in a bullyish way. And so these countries are like, fuck you, which ultimately makes it hard for the consumers, right? So we ultimately will suffer on the back end. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all said women are emotional. It seems to me this man is running the country in a very emotional way. But go off. Go off. Trump lovers, go off. Okay. So we are in March 7th. We are in the month of awareness, right? You know, I didn't do my show yesterday. The last message we talked about was everyone who grows up does not become an adult. All right. And today's message is God can only do for me what God can do through me. And I believe that God can only do for me what God can do through me. Right. And you know, I live my life authentically. I try to navigate with peace and love. And I hope, you know, whatever it is that God is doing through me is resonating outwardly. That's what I hope for. They will find a way to get those taxes back. No federal tax, sales tax will go up. I'm sure they will, one way or another. I mean, you know, Canada, I remember having dinner with my boss, my ex-boss. He lives in Canada. And he was saying, you know, the people of the US, you know, they always say, oh, I will come to Canada. I will come to Canada. But Canada pays high taxes. I forget exactly what he said. I don't know if he said 13%, 14%, 15%, 18%. I don't know what it was, but it was something crazy. Okay. And so although they might get free medical care or free education or whatever, they do pay high taxes. And so it's got to be a handoff somewhere. So I agree with that, Hillbilly. Well, the stock market is losing money like crazy because Trump is acting stupid. But there are companies that are not losing money. Okay, Costco stocks are going up. So if you look at the companies that's losing money on the market, it's Target, it's Amazon, it's all the companies that people are raging about. Most of the companies that are in the red are companies that people are raging about. And so there is a direct connection to how consumers are navigating how they're spending their money and who they're spending their money with, because Costco stocks are not suffering, right? And so you're right. The market is red in a lot of places. Amazon, Tesla. Think about it. All the companies that outwardly pull DEI that people are angry about. Okay. I'm scared to look at my 401k. Okay. God damn it. I don't even know. I'm scared to look at what my company stock is worth right now because they fucking with my money. But again, I did take a peek at the market, and most of the companies that's in red are the companies that people are upset with. Okay. March 7th. Okay. The message is God can only do for me what God can do through me. All right. I open my heart and my mind to be aware. Being aware of this is important. God cannot help you unless you allow God to help you. Many of us could be accused of trying to out God. We think we know more than God. We think we can do more than God. We actually believe that what we want and how we want it is better than the way God can bring it to us. In fact, we get so busy doing what we do the way we do it, there is no opportunity for God to get into our lives at all. Yeah, that's a great point. Sometimes we're navigating our lives, you know, without the presence of God or whatever it is you believe in, and we think we're doing the right thing, and we find ourselves repeating the same crazy ass cycles, and then we say to ourselves, why the fuck isn't this working? Sometimes we got to stand still and pray, manifest, and take our time and get the right fucking answer, right? God is so merciful. God will not fight you. If God did, you would get beat up badly. Most of us could use a divine butt whipping. Instead, God sits back and waits to be invited into your life. God will let you do whatever you want to do until you realize that God can do it better. You know, series The Preacher. That was a very interesting series, right? It had, I was watching it, and metaphorically, it touched on so many things. So if you have not seen the series Preacher, go ahead and take a peek at the series Preacher. I know Johnny Hill said he saw it and that was his shit, but it had some messages in there, okay? You could pick some shit up. If you want to run the show, God will let you. If you want to pull all the strings, that's up to you. If you want to insist that what you are doing is the way it should be done, even when you are not getting anywhere, go right ahead. God will let you run yourself ragged if you choose to do so. Unfortunately, you may not always be aware that you are in God's way. You think you are demonstrating your independence. You think that it is all up to you and that you must do it or it won't get done. God knows better. God knows that God cannot fail. However, God has no need to prove to you what God can do. How do you know when you are in God's way? How do you know when you are running your program rather than allowing God's divine plan to unfold? It is very simple. If you are struggling to make things happen and they are not happening, it's you, not God, running the show. Until today, you may have been directing your own life and attempting to produce your own blessings. Just for today, ask for direction. Open yourself up to guidance. Give up your attachments to having things your way. Open yourself to God's way. Today, I am devoted to allowing God to work through me and for me. I need to listen because I be manifesting shit and then still doing shit my way and ending up in the same situation over and over again. But I am learning to sit still, pray about my life, and listen closely. And even though, going through this, right, there's going to be some changes in my life that I'm going to feel sad about because I'm used to doing certain things, but it's doing it the way I want to do it instead of what God has planned for me. So if I'm not careful, I will mess up the plans that I have for myself, that, and that the plans that God has laid out for me. So I have to get them shits in alignment, okay? And so that's a message for your ass. Get your shit in alignment. But beyond that, happy Freestyle Friday. All right. I have a great question for y'all. It came up. I posted it on Facebook, but I'm going to share it here and I want you guys to tell me what this means to you. We are up. Oh, my thing right now. Oh, remember the Great Reset? If it's true, all money needs pooled into one place. Hence, nobody will have any. At the announcement of a U.S. crypto paper money is obsolete. I know that's right. So let me go over here and share my screen really quick because I want to see. Is it up there? Let me see. Wait 1 second. Did I close it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let me see. Will it let me share that? Oh. Okay. It's not letting me share that particular screen. All right, that's okay. Got something else since it won't let me do that. All right. Oh. All right, let me see. All right, so I'm going to. All right, can y'all see my screen? I don't want to share it like this. Let me see. 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 Okay. Let me see if I can share it now. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen? All right. So here we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So this is the question that I wanted. Well, this is a statement that I wanted you all to read, right? And I want you to give me your personal opinion of what this means to you. It says a healthy relationship is going to challenge you to give love the way your partner needs it, not just in the way that is comfortable for you. What does this message mean to you? A healthy relationship is going to challenge you to give love the way your partner needs it, not just the way that is comfortable for you. What does this mean to you? Don't be shy. It's a dumb moment. What does it mean for you? You know, I found this statement to be very interesting because a lot of us get into relationships, and sometimes we get into relationships and we're looking to be fulfilled by the things that we need. And sometimes we look at our significant other or prospect and we go, oh, they need to love me a certain way, right? And they're not doing that. How do you have the conversation with your significant other to make sure that you are being loved in the way that you need to be loved, even if it's not comfortable for you? How do you navigate this? Right, Hillbilly? Talk about it. It's one of the hardest. Yes, I can make it bigger. It's one of the hardest things you could do. Why is that, Hillbilly? Why is this hard to do? Stacy said, I could give, but I won't do is compromise my beliefs. What does that mean? Like for me, I'm a mushy partner, right? I'm a partner that needs verbal, your emotions expressed verbally. Like I know that you can say, I know that you can say, you can act out love for someone. And I understand that some people are not verbal and they don't say stuff, I love you, I miss you, you know, or whatever. But I'm that person that needs that. So that's going to be something that I would communicate to a person that's not as mushy as me. I'd be like, listen, I know you're not mushy like me, but I need to hear certain things. And I do express that. And I found that that has been successful. See, before in my prior relationships, I didn't express it and I just dealt with it, but my needs weren't being taken care of, right? And so now I express the ways that I like to be loved, right? I like to cuddle. I like to hear I love you. I like to hear I miss you. I love to hear shit like that. You know, some people will be like, well, certain shit is just no. No, that's true, but I still want to hear it. And so these are conversations we should be having with our families. Hey, Chicago. A healthy relationship is going to challenge you to give love the way your partner needs it, not just the way that's comfortable for you. Okay? That is something to think about. It's the difference between fantasy and reality. Right. It's a give and it's a take. But how many times have you had conversations with your friends and they be like, oh, this motherfucker is needy and they need this and they need that, and I'm just not going to give it to them. Or it's just too much for me. Well, then that's not the person for you. Because being in relationships is about compromise. Like Stacey said, give and take. Okay? Valerie said you have to give your partner, recognize and know his needs without thinking about yourself, not being selfish. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay. Hey, Liebert. Liebert, I see you are looking for contractors in St. Croix. Is it St. Croix? No. It's the British Virgin Islands. I see you looking for contractors to expand on your business in the Caribbean islands. And when you do that, I can't wait to visit. Stacy said, I need to be able to be authentically me. I will not act straight if my partner is still living a specific way. I will not join a religion based on their beliefs examples. Well, I don't know if that's aligned with showing your love, right? That's something different. That's changing who you are. But I'm talking about being in a relationship and compromising with each other. I'm not talking about changing yourself or changing the other person, because I'm not doing that either. But things like what I mentioned, if I'm the type of partner that needs to be, cuddled every now and again, and that's not your thing, I would imagine that you would understand that that's what I need. And every now and again, you would cuddle me. Or if I'm the kind of partner that needs to hear, I love you every now and again, I need you to be able to express that to me. I would never ask you to change who you are authentically. You know what I'm saying? BVI, right. Yes, Mark, I'm so glad you feeling better, because what the hell? You were in New Mexico. You caught some New Mexico stomach flu? Yes, Valerie, satisfy your partner on all levels genuinely and still authentically being yourself. Like, I am me 1000%. I am. And the person that, my significant other has to accept me for who I am, but I'm still going to love them in the way that they need to be loved. If I know that maybe my partner's way of being loved is they need space sometimes. They need to be, they need to have their alone time. And although I'm a needy person and I might not need as much alone time, I am going to allow that. I'm going to do that in a relationship because that's what my partner needs. That's a way of showing love to my partner, even though I might need something else, right? There's a compromise. No, just in areas you feel you've given enough to be more limitless. Oh, you bought it. Okay, Cheryl Lee. Safe travels. Good morning, Brandzilla. How are you? Welcome to Freestyle Friday. So that was the question that I have for you today. Now it's Freestyle Friday. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything that they want to talk about? Anything that they want to share with us? Me, I'm just counting down the weeks. I got another 5 weeks before I'm packing my suitcase again. I didn't even put my suitcase away. It's over there. All I got to do is throw whatever clothes I'm taking with me this time to Grenada. Yeah. That is something I have to work on because I can be distant. Okay. Well, at least you have to work on that. People have to remember when you have a significant other and when you decide to get into a relationship, guess what? It's not all about you anymore. Okay. It's not about you anymore. It's about y'all together. So, this is where the give and the take comes in. Space, sometimes we can't just be in other space, but helping them have that space is just as good. Exactly. Hillbilly. Exactly. And I agree with that. I got a new restaurant. I opened a restaurant in the courthouse. Congratulations. Can I come work for you? I need a part-time job. Can I just be a on-call sales rep, like where I could sit here and just take phone calls and shit like that, and you pay me? The fuck? Right, hillbilly, because I'm waiting. We are waiting. Right, hillbilly. Being better, doing better. I love it. Libra, you need to have like grand opening or something and invite us there. Oh, that's a great question. Valerie has a question, y'all. Do people have a problem loving from the heart? I know, Val. I gotta figure out my outfits, because a couple of days I'm staying in the house, not at a resort, so I gotta have something to wear every day, like just to hang out, around the hood. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna be at the resort at a beach where I just wear a bathing suit all day. So I gotta pack actual outfits to put the fuck on. Well, Hillbilly answered the question, do people have a problem loving from the heart? Hillbilly said, yes, Val, once bitten, twice shy, bitten over and over again. How do you get past that? That's why a lot of people are single. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people that I know, I can't speak for everybody, but the people that I know that are single is for this reason. Can they truly love from the heart? And it's what Hillbilly said. Once bitten, twice shy, bitten over and over. Some people got some walls up, and it's hard for them to love from the heart. And that's why it takes relationships so long. I feel like at my age, it takes relationships longer to develop, because people have been bitten. People are healing from some toxic situations. And people are not as trusting because they've been hurt. So how do we navigate through that? Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Grenada don't sound like Texas. I know. Well, that's the reason why I couldn't come to Texas, because I'm going to Grenada. So, I mean, Texas, Grenada, I mean, Grenada won. It had to win. Hillbilly said, most don't. Only those who have the ability to move on do. It's hard to move on. I know. Listen, I had a lot of trust issues. I have worked hard. Okay, my anxieties in relationships was so bad 3 years ago. It really, really was. That when I entered the dating scene, I was so nervous, so untrusting. I felt like everybody was full of shit, right? And I got to the point where I'm dating and I was still doubting my progress in the relationship because I was so scared. I was so non-trusting because I'm gonna poke the next one. Because I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. And I realized that I had a lot of healing to do. And what I don't do is jump from one relationship into another relationship, because I know for sure I will carry that old ass baggage. And the one thing that I try to avoid when I get into new relationships is, if in that new relationship they are constantly harping on, their exes and things that their exes did for them, I will let them know that's in the past and we got to get past that. Okay? Because I don't want this relationship to be on the basis of anything that happened in your past. And if you are still hung up on that, maybe you need time to heal before you can give me what I need, because I don't want that baggage. Okay? And so I had to heal enough to know when to recognize that somebody is bringing baggage into my relationship with me, a relationship with me. Mark said, yes, Val, they do. Nobody loves from the heart anymore. That was our parents' era. Now it's your wallet first, then love. What do we think about Mark's comment? What do y'all think? No one loves from the heart. They love from the wallet. What do you think? Do y'all think that's true? Like, how did you fall? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm multitasking. Um, Cheryl Lee, you mentioned this book before. This is from the book, The 9 Hard Truths About Love. The book speaks on learning to love yourself before attempting to meet a partner or loved one's need. I enjoyed it. You mentioned this book before. And so it must be a good book. I need to put it on my list. Stacy said, I think I have done introspection, some introspection, and am at least willing to explore. Okay. Well, that's good. And I always love from the heart when I love. Okay. I love that. Hillbilly, baby. Y'all, you hurting people feelings, hillbilly. You're hurting people feelings. Okay? You say even priests charge for God's blessing, don't they? Don't they? The offering. We're going to have a grand open for both of them. The first one, we had 101 customers when we first opened, and we've been busy ever since. So we haven't had a chance to have a grand opening. First one been open 7 years. Okay. Oh, hillbilly. I can't argue with this. I can't. I can't even argue with this because it's real free. It's real free. I think it's sad we look at people as money. You know, I don't though. That's why I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, Mark, that that's your experience, but I've always said on here, I ain't never had a man that made more money than me. My current relationship might be the first relationship where he makes a substantial amount of money. But I have dated guys that have made less than half of what I make. Okay? And so I never looked at money. I look at character. I look at, how responsible you are, how good you are financially and stuff like that. Because I know that I was blessed, throughout my years to be able to have the career that I have, right? And so I don't take that for granted, and I don't look at anybody else's money any different. Okay, as long as you have good money management skills. So I can't say that everybody looks at everybody for money. Now, I won't lie to you. At this point in my life, I only want to date people in my tax bracket. Now, some people might say, that's selfish, and that's okay. And it's my choice because the experiences that I've had in the past, the men became, resentful because they did not make what I made. And I was still living my life authentically. And there were things that they couldn't do that I was doing. And they wanted me to not do those things because they couldn't afford to do it. And I'm just not going to do that. Right. And so, because of that, it caused a lot of tension in the relationship. And so now I feel like I need to date in my tax bracket, right? And it's not because I want your money. I just want you to be able to have the same enjoyment as life in life as I want, right? I want us to be able to do it together. Shirley said, I think once you have self-love, you can love from the heart in any relationship. And I agree with that, Shirley. I love myself. I love myself, and I love when I fall in love with somebody, I love hard. I do. I love them. Right. And, I used to be afraid to express that because I didn't think that I was going to be able to get the same love that I give back. But through my healing process, I've learned that loving myself quietly and loudly, has presented um, that same kind of love back to me. And it's the first time I've really experienced this. I'm not going to lie. So I be shocked sometimes. I be like, oh my God, like this is like a whole new experience for me. Valerie said, right, I don't either. I love people for who they are. And I do. And I do. But at this point in my life, you have to be in my tax bracket. There was a question. Somebody posted a video. And I know this is a soft spot for a lot of people on that come on Coffee with Friends. But someone posted a video about this guy ranting. He was a young guy in his 20s ranting about, women not accepting him because he lives at home with his mother and he doesn't have his own place. And the question on the table in this particular group was, it's the 50 and older group or something, was why do women give men a hard time that live with their parents, right? And I said, at this point in my life, right? At this point in my life, because this is my answer, right? I can't answer for anybody else. At this point in my life, at this ripe age, if a man is living with his mother, the only way that I would be comfortable with that is if his mother needed the care and her son was her caretaker. Like she needed care. She couldn't live by herself. That would be okay. But for me, automatically accepting a man at my big old ripe age that lives with his mother makes me nervous because I don't know if that man knows how to handle his finances, what happens when the mortgage is not paid. There's a comfortability in living with your mother because you know that your mom is going to make sure the mortgage is paid and she's going to make sure there's food in the house. But what happens when you have to worry about those things, right? And so I said, I would not know how this individual would have the ability to lead because I would need to see that in evidence. And someone said, leading has nothing to do with money. I said, I didn't mention money. I said, lead. Being a leader is so many things, right? And so I can't determine how you handle ups and downs and things in the absence of your mother. And so that's a hard one for me. Okay. And so the guy was like, oh, I understand. Because first he tried to jump at me. And I said, at this point in my life, now, if you in your 20s and your 30s, that might be okay. But at this point in my life, unless you're a caretaker for your mother or your father or both your parents, I don't understand why you would be there. And if you were a caretaker for your parents, I would expect that you're paying the bills. Like, for example, I used to say that when I retire, I would go to Florida and be with my mother, right? what I had planned on doing was when I got with my mother, I would make sure all the bills in the house was paid. She would not have to pay those bills, right? Because I am there, I am her caretaker, and I'm financially taking care of the home. Okay? That's what I would do. So that's what I would expect. Um, is that real love if it's from the wallet? No, I don't think so. Because when the wallet is empty, what happens? Hillbilly said the idea of love is what we test in our youth. Real love comes later. True love is a lottery. True love is a lottery. Wow. Which means it's one in what? A million times that we have it? Wait, Cheryl Lee said, nah, it's the masturbation where you said hillbilly is free to go fuck yourself. Cheryl Lee said, nah, it's illegal in public. It ain't free either. You have to be in a personal space to do that too. Wait a minute. I do remember though, Cheryl Lee, there was a time when I used to take the train and men would be on there masturbating on the train. I used to be like, what? Everybody would be getting up, trying to get to the next car to avoid that. Men used to publicly masturbate. There was also a man when we lived in the South Bronx. There was a lot of abandoned buildings back then. The South Bronx looked like shit when I was little. And there was an abandoned building across the street, and there was a man who would always go in that abandoned building and pull his wee wee out and jerk off. And I would be at the window watching, and I was young. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I didn't understand it until the images replayed in my head as I got older. And I was like, oh my God, he was playing with himself. You know? Thank you, Cheryl Lee. I think so. Dating in your tax bracket is self-love. I mean, I got to love myself. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I even asked my boo, I said, at this point in your life, what is your requirements in dating? Because men have standards now. And he said, dating in my tax bracket. I said, oh, you too? He said, yeah. So, I mean, it ain't just the women who are looking to date in their tax bracket. Some of these men are looking to date in their tax bracket too. I'm just saying. So I agree. It is a form of self-love. All right. It is. I definitely agree. So what does everyone have planned for the weekend? It's 11 o'clock. I have an 11:30 meeting. What has everybody got planned for or has planned for the weekend? I don't really have much planned this weekend. Saturday was supposed to be my massage, but he canceled because he's off that day for an emergency, and so I'm not having a massage on Saturday. And so I kind of just want to chill. I got to do a couple of things. My job sent me a new laptop, and I have to figure out how to set it up. I have to read all the instructions and set that up. So I'm going to try to work on that over the weekend. Because I have to send my old laptop back, but I'm probably going to use my old laptop with the new laptop for about a week or so to make sure everything is okay. And then I'll send my old laptop back. But that's so far some of the stuff that I'm doing this weekend. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything exciting? I know, Cheryl, you're traveling back home. Valerie, what are you doing this weekend besides working, mushroom stuff, and getting ready for baby girl in a week? Yes, yes, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yesterday, I actually went and got my hair done. I haven't had my hair done in 6 months. I wash it though, y'all. I wash my hair about every 2 weeks. I do wash my hair, okay? But I hadn't had it professionally done, and so I had no parts. But as y'all can see, I have parts now. Parts are in there. And you know what's so crazy? Every time I go to this is what I mean about society and society trying to place standards on you, right? Every time I go to get my hair done, right? There's another loctician, my loctician that does my hair, and then there's another loctician in there as well. And Every time I go and get my locks redone, touched up, she asks me the same question over and over again. Are you going to leave your ends like that? All right. So let me just take this out so y'all can get an idea of what she means. Okay. Okay. So some people, when they go get their locks done, okay, they actually have their locks locksmithed all the way down, which means that they do this barrel roll all the way down your locks, right? I don't want my hair uniformed in uniform barrel rolls. So I do not request my hair to be locksmith, right? The only thing I ask them to do is touch up my new growth and leave my ends the way they are. Some people, she was like, oh, because your ends are frizzy. I like them like that. I like my ends frizzy. And this is the thing about society. They will try to put you in a box and some people think everybody's locks need to look the same way. Not me. I'm boho-ish, okay? And so I like little beads and shit in my locks. I like my locks to look not so uniformed in the ends and stuff like that. And I like a thick look. So for me, I like my ends frizzy. So if anybody else had any questions as to why my ends are frizzy the way they are, it's because I choose them to be that way. Okay. And this is how it is when you are you authentically. You do what you want to do. And so I don't know why she asked me that every single time. I don't want my shit uniformed all the way down. Okay. We don't care what it rhymes with. We don't care what it rhymes with. Okay, Ted? Not going outside today at all. You're chilling at home all day. It is they, them, and I'm afraid my mouth will get me in trouble. Oh! My biggest problem is a new friend is coming. Oh, wait a minute, Hillbilly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you're saying that your daughter is coming home next week and she's bringing a friend? And the friend's pronouns are they, them? Well, listen, your daughter knows you, right? And so she should warn her partner, her significant other, that her dad's mouth might get flippant. And then they, them will be okay. So, Hillbilly, let me know if I got this right. Your daughter is bringing home a friend. Is it a romantic friend or is it just a friend? I need more. Goodbye. Bye, Ted. I need to know. Stacy, I know you out and about. A friend in town, Sai, our resident Coffee with Friends member, Sai, is going to be in Texas. Okay? Oh, no romance, just a friend. Oh, wait, I'm confused, Hillbilly. So it's no romantic. Oh, it's a romantic friend. Okay, it's a romantic friend. Got it. Sometimes tax brackets don't have the same conversation. Well, then I don't only want to date you if you're in my same tax bracket. The conversation got to be the same. Everything else got to be, copacetic. And so not just tax bracket. That's just one thing. One thing to check the box. So Hillbilly, how are you feeling about that? How are you feeling about that? Oh, not romantic. Okay. Well, then who cares then? It's just a friend. It's just a friend. It's just a friend. So don't worry about it, Hillbilly. And I'm sure your daughter has already warned her friend about your mouth. So it'll be fine. Oh, one comment didn't show up. I'm not sure why. I'm going back home because my grandson is an all-star basketball tournament. He suffered such trauma, and this will be so good for him. Yes, Cheryl, I love that. Don't say what's up to Ted. I blocked him. He not allowed on here. He talking stupid. I have to take a city, they, them, into the deep woods in West Virginia. Oh, I'm dead. They'll have a good time. They're going to want to come back. They're going to be a part of the family, Hillbilly. All right. But anyway, guys, I got to run. It is Friday. It is the weekend. You know what I say, always move with peace and love, right? And you know, my cup says the obvious, no judgment. All right. Live your life as authentically as you can without judgment. We are human, so sometimes judgment will creep in. All right. But do the best you can. All right. And with that, I'm going to bid y'all a farewell, bid y'all a safe weekend, and I'm going to send y'all out with some good vibes because no matter how low,
even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Roy to the bone. Come back Monday, y'all. Be safe. Move with peace and love. Get this message on the way out. Hey, hustle hard.
Hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Hey,
Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
I've been doing shit my way.
On the highway and in the driveway, it's a nice range. 'Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.
Hey,
Bitch, nah.
yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Hillbilly.
Obtain
Anything you want, anything you need.
your mind's got the key ingredients.
Hey,
Never see what the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
and I don't. Y'all get the whole song today, huh? It's Friday. Give the thumbs up on your way out, y'all. Huh? You got a mind,
but even that can change. You can flip the gray matter like some data in the brain.
Hey,
That's what I say. Fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say and turn them to a bang. Take the best I say and put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find it.
hey,
Open it up and finally explore everything that you find you can never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
and I don't. I'm hard-headed as fuck. See y'all later. See you Monday. Safe travel, Cheryl, and have a great time. Peace and blessings, y'all. Hey.